Over on MSNBC, they're like, oh, well, he's got to do it, right? He's got to do it. He's got to do something. Maybe he'll sell it. Here's MSNBC speculating about potential bankruptcy for Donald Trump.
So, David, just to put a fine point on what Tim just said there, this from the Washington Post, this is what Trump land is saying. He'd rather have Letitia James show up with the sheriff at 40 Wall Street and make a huge stink about it than say he's bankrupt. He thinks about what is going to play politically well for him. Bankruptcy doesn't play well for him, but having her try to take his properties away might. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think give Donald Trump some more time to reconsider bankruptcy because, listen, he can flip a script on anybody and his followers will believe whatever he says. And the reality is bankruptcy is really the best option for Donald Trump and gives him the best ability to really delay actual consequences, which is his complete strategy. Because otherwise, Donald Trump is in a situation, but so is the nation, Alicia, where sometime in the next week, someone's likely going to own Donald Trump. And it could be a bad actor, a foreign actor. It could be a Putin, an MBS. It could be an Elon Musk. Or it could be Letitia James in the state of New York. But if Donald Trump is looking at actually having someone else now in control of his assets, yes, Donald Trump can use that for grievance, but he really doesn't like that scenario because without real estate, who is Donald Trump? I mean, in some ways, his real estate empire, at least the image of it, is bigger than his own presidency. So you don't know. I think let's give Donald Trump a little bit of time to think about the bankruptcy option. He can play politically whatever he needs to, and his followers will buy it.
Oh, my goodness. So a few things to unpack in that one. You can tell they're just hoping and praying he declares bankruptcy because they think somehow that will help them politically with Joe Biden. Like nothing's going to help with Joe Biden. Okay, guys, that ship has sailed. Like America is just, happy he can make it out of bed every day. Woken up by his little kitty cat. Seriously. They did a whole thing in the Daily Mail on like his day. That's how he's woken up, by his kitty cat. Anyway, we'll leave Joe Biden aside. Back to this. What are they going to say? Like you can't even sell it to anybody? I mean, did you hear what the guy was saying? He's like, oh, well, it'd be better to go to New York City and Letitia James. We're talking about the state seizing assets because if you listen to what that commentator on MSNBC was trying to get at, he didn't even think anybody from anywhere could, forget the fact that Hunter Biden was making $24 million from all these various different sources as a quote unquote foreign lobbyist when he was never registered as one. And then, by the way, never even declared the tax money on it or paid the tax money on it. Right? I mean, wow. Forget the fact that what did Al Gore's biggest claim to fame? He didn't create the internet, was that he sold his company, his television network, to a Middle Eastern, not necessarily friend. So now we're going to say, not only do you have to sell it, we're not even going to let you sell it to the people that are the highest bidders. I mean, this is just mind-boggling, absolutely mind-boggling. And it's getting to the point where we're going to have some real issues to confront, frankly, as a country.